The master said, Typo may be said to have carried nobility furthest. Thrice he refused all below heaven. Men were at a loss how to praise him. Footnote 72. Typo was the eldest son of the king of Chou. The father wished his third son to succeed him, so that the throne might pass later to his grandson, afterwards known as King Wen. To enable this plan to be carried out, Typo and his second brother went into exile. The master said, without good form attentions grow into fussiness. Heed becomes fearfulness. Daring becomes unruliness. Frankness becomes rudeness. When gentlemen are true to kinsfolk, love will thrive among the people. If they do not forsake old friends, the people will not steal. When Zheng Tzu lay sick, he called his disciples and said, Uncover my feet, uncover my arms. The poem says, as if a deep gulf were yawning below, as crossing thin ice, take heed how ye go. My little children, I have known how to keep myself unhurt until now and hereafter. Footnote 73. The Chinese say, the body is born whole by the mother. It should be returned whole by the son. When Zheng Tzu was sick, Mang Qing came to ask after him. Zheng Tzu said, when a bird is dying, his notes are sad. When man is dying, his words are good. 3 branches of the way are dear to a gentleman: to banish from his bearing violence and disdain, to sort his face to the truth, and to banish from his speech what is low or unseemly. The ritual of chalice and platter has servitors to see to it. Footnote 74. Chief of the Meng clan, minister of Lu, footnote 75, for sacrifice. Zheng Tzu said, when we can, to ask those that cannot; when we are more, to ask those that are less; having to seem wanting, real to seem shadow; when gainsaid, never answering back. I had a friend once that could do thus. Footnote 76, probably Yen Yuan. Zheng Tzu said, a man to whom an orphan a few feet high or the fate of 100 towns may be entrusted, and whom no crisis can corrupt, is he not a gentleman? A gentleman indeed. Zheng Tzu said, the knight had need be strong and bold, for his burden is heavy, the way is far. His burden is love, is it not a heavy one? No halt before death, is that not far? The master said, poetry rouses us. We stand upon courtesy, music is our crown. The master said, the people may be made to follow, we cannot make them understand. The master said, love of daring and hatred of poverty lead to crime. A man without love, if he is sorely harassed, turns to crime. The master said, all the comely gifts of the Duke of Chou 77 coupled with pride and meanness would not be worth a glance. Footnote 77. See Book 7, Section 5. The master said, a man to whom 3 years of learning have borne no fruit would be hard to find. The master said, a man of simple faith who loves learning, who guards and betters his way unto death, will not enter a tottering kingdom, nor stay in a lawless land. When all below heaven follows the way, he is seen. When it loses the way, he is unseen. While his land keeps the way, he is ashamed to be poor and lowly. But when his land has lost the way, wealth and honors shame him. The master said, when out of place, discuss not policy. The master said, in the first days of the music master Qi, how the hubbub of the Quan Chu rose sea beyond sea, how it filled the ear. Footnote 78. The last part of the music, when all the instruments were played together. The master said, learn as though the time were short, like one that fears to lose. The master said, learn as though the time were short, like one that fears to lose. The master said, how wonderful were Shun and Yu, to have all below heaven was nothing to them. Footnote 79. See Introduction. The master said, how great a lord was Yao, wonderful. Heaven alone is great. Yao alone was patterned on it, vast, boundless. Men's words failed them, the wonder of the work done by him, the flame of his art and precepts. Footnote 79. See Introduction. Shun had 5 ministers, and there was order below heaven. King Wu said, I have 10 uncommon ministers. Confucius said, the dearth of talent is not that the truth. When Yu followed Tang, the times were rich in talent, yet there were but 9 men in all, and 1 woman. In greatness of soul we may say that Chu was highest. He had 2/3 of all below heaven, and bent it to the service of Yin. Footnote 80, see Introduction. Footnote 81, Shun. Footnote 82, Yao. Footnote 83, King Wen, Duke of Chou. The master said, I see no flaw in you. He ate and drank little, yet he was lavish in piety to the ghosts and spirits. His clothes were bad, but in his cap and gown he was fair indeed. His palace buildings were poor, yet he gave his whole strength to dikes and ditches. No kind of flaw can I see in you. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more excellent content.